Okay, hello everyone. In the previous module, we look at the strings placed on a position using a format function. In the string, we have curly braces. Accordingly, format function takes on arguments. So arguments can be from a list, or arguments can be from anywhere, from user, or that's what we looked at. And also, the format function can make a string formatted in a designated way. In this case, floating points can be placed. Or we can make some percentage like this, or some of the positioning things also possible like this. In this case, this is right to shifting. So all this string should be placed on 27 byte long space, but this string should be shifted to all the way to the right, and then the rest will be written the star. All right, that's what we looked at. For example, in this case, if we do this, then only two left to shift, or if we do the right, and that is a right shift, this is left to shift. Okay, if we do have here caret, that'll be the center. Instead of this star, if you want to have, for example, something else, and still that is possible to do like that. Okay, so that's what we looked at last time. Today we'll look at a little bit more advanced ones. So what we're going to do is complex number. Let's say complex number is 2 minus 5j, for example. How can I identify those? You can do that in the string using format function. In the string, here you may say, hey, that is my real, and then you can say this is a real number components together with the imaginary. So imaginary components, that'll be another curly braces. So if you say this, the comp, then comp will be the arguments of to that format function. This is first arguments. You can say 0 dot real, then it goes to the real components, and here imaginary components, right? So if we highlight this much and then Alt and Enter, nothing to print. So we want to have a print statement here. Real number 2.0 and imaginary is a negative 5.0. If you do not want to the floating points there, then what you can do here is in the column 2.0 floating points, 0.0 floating point. 0 means there's no floating point, no decimal under the decimal. And then this is point 0. Okay, that's what that means. So if we execute that part only, then some other things is we have a tuple. Okay, so a tuple can be, say, I have a tuple. Tuple equals, let's say, and then if we say string, in the string, I want to identify the first components of that tuple and second components of that tuple. Okay, so what I want to do is first component is 0. In that, put here curly brace, so that is the placeholder, and then another placeholder here is I want to take the input parameter 0, and then in that input parameter second components dot format, what I can get from is tuple, right? That is a variable that. So this is a tuple. That tuple goes in here. This is the given variable, first components and second components. Okay. So if we hit that, then I have 3 and 5. 3 comes here and 5 in this placeholder, right? So now, what if we have, I want to make a some of the manual list. So beer is $7.9, and then second item here there. So everything is in the list in the square bracket. I have a number of items. So first item is beer. Second item maybe fish, and then price for that is $13.99, and then the other item is that is 2.95. All right, something like that. And then there is a tuple. If I want to list all of those, okay, iteratively, then we usually use a for loop for each item in top. What I want to do is I want to have that item for each item. Then this item is only one at a time. This tuple comes in one at a time. Okay, that tuple comes in. So that is the item. That is the exact same one that we have the previous, right? So that what we want to say here is that for first element in the tuple, which is beer, fish, or chip, is the price, dollar, and whatever that we have there. Okay. I hope that works. So if we execute it, the reason for that is it should be not the colon, but see, tuple is as a value, comma, value, comma, value, comma, that type of things. So we run it. Then beer $7.9, fish is $13.99, chip is $2.95, things like that. So a list of tuples can be manipulated by format function when it comes to a string. All right. Similar thing to this can be also possible a dictionary. Okay. Let's say Ethernet is IEEE 802.3. That I hope you understand. Wi-Fi protocol is standardized in IEEE 802.11, and for example, Bluetooth is in 802.15. Actually 1, but Python treats this as a number. If we put here another say 1 more specifically, then we should put that as a string, the other like floating points. So we assume that that is a network. So how can we print that? The way that we can print is very similar to that we did for the tuple cases. So for each in the net, and what I want to do, I want to print string dot format. Format is another function. I want to get each item in that. Oh, wait a minute. I think this is a key and value pair. So what we need to do is, I would say, the device is say each, and then protocol it is network of I would say reasonably only the index. Okay, so for each I in net, for each I means each pair of key and numbers net, and then that'll be the div, and then that number goes into the net. So for each first, second, and third, or actually dictionary does not have order. It can be accessed by key and value simply. And then here, if I want to have two values, then we have two placeholder. First one here, I would say that is DEV, which is in IEEE 802 dot whatever. Then we put here protocol. So this is a string dot format. Format takes each key and value pair, and then we identify which one is proto. So arrow2.1, we give it key. This is a key, therefore returns the value. So value goes to the proto, and then key is nothing but DEV there. Okay, so if we execute this by holding down Alt button and hit Enter, then like this. Okay, Bluetooth is in 802. IEEE 802.15.1, Ethernet is in IEEE 802.3, Wi-Fi is in IEEE 802.11. As you can see here, the way it is listed there is not the way it is entered, right? Rather, it could be the alphabetical order. But anyway, this is it. Thanks so much. Bye.